Colgate and Fordham both opened the Patriot League slate with wins on Saturday, while Bucknell remained one of the last unbeatens in the FCS ranks. It's been 5 years since the Fordham Rams last competed in a game that counted to the Patriot League standings, and they returned in big fashion on Saturday. Number 16 Fordham rolled out to a 17-0 lead late in the second quarter at Holy Cross as Chase Edmonds scored from 8 yards out, but a field goal before the half set up this unbelievable play to get Holy Cross back into the game.
And intercept. No, it's caught. It's caught. Jake Wyzorek, 74 yards. The team's leading receiver, and you want to talk about momentum.
Fordham responded with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Michael Niebrick to Dan Light to make it 24-9, and less than 5 minutes later, Niebrick punched it in from 4 yards out to make it 31-9. Niebrick opened the fourth quarter with his third of 4 touchdown passes, a 5-yard pass to a wide-open Marcus Jones, and the Rams went on to win 45-16 on Saturday. I caught up with Fordham head coach Joe Moorhead after the game. It's your first win in the Patriot League that counts towards the final standings. How is this going to give you a boost heading into the rest of Patriot League play?
It feels great. It's our first, like you said, game that counts since 2009. So for us to have the league games count and for us to take our first step, in the Patriot League, and I told our guys it's 6 one-game championships in the league, and you're playing great competition, and Holy Cross is a very good team, and for us to come out and set the tone in league play, I thought was very great.
Colgate looked to its special teams in the first half, blocking a Georgetown punt out of the end zone to take the early 2-0 lead. Later in the second quarter, Pat Alfrier returned a punt block 10 yards to put the Raiders up 9-0. On 3rd and 14, Jake Melville pushed the lead to 16-0 right before the half, taking the option keeper 38 yards for the touchdown. Colgate added a field goal in the second half and held on to shut out the Hoyas 19-0. Bucknell returned home to protect their undefeated record, and the Bison got it going right away. C.J. Williams capped the opening 78-yard drive with a 28-yard touchdown to make it 7-0. Cornell also drove 78 yards on its first drive, and Jake Jadis hit Marshall Deutz for the 19-yard game-tying score. Midway through the second, Cornell drove into Bison territory, but Demetrius Baldwin Youngblood came up with a big sack fumble. And on the ensuing drive, R.J. Nitty found Patrick Kelly wide open for the 20-yard touchdown to make it 14-7 at halftime. After a scoreless third quarter, R.J. Nitty connected with Will Carter for a 33-yard score as he dived just inside the pylon to make it 20-7. Bucknell's defense intercepted Cornell on its final 2 offensive possessions to seal the Bison's 4th win of the season. Lafayette hosted Wagner on Saturday, and the Leopards cruised to a 21-7 halftime lead behind a pair of touchdown passes from backup quarterback Blake Searfoss. Wagner scored 10 straight points to start the second half to cut it to 21-17, but Ross Sherman broke free for a 27-yard touchdown down the sideline to make it 28-17 with 5:44 left. Wagner countered less than a minute later, but it was Sherman again to put it out of reach.
He's got the first down and more. Ross Sherman will go 56 yards for the touchdown.
Sherman finished with 128 yards rushing and 91 receiving as Lafayette went on to win 35-23. Trailing 7-0 to Monmouth, Nick Shafniski threw a 33-yard touchdown to Stephon Sansone and ran for a 4-yard score to make it 14-7 early in the second quarter. After Monmouth tied it heading into halftime, Rich Sodeke ran 6 yards to make it 21-14 midway through the third quarter. Monmouth rallied again to tie it, and with 17.4 seconds left, Brandon Hill threw a 19-yard strike to Eric Sumlin to seal the 28-21 win. Holy Cross and Colgate will be back in action on the PLN this weekend, and you can check out the complete schedule of live events by logging on to PatriotLeague.tv. For the Patriot League Network, I'm Melanie Plowski.